Bailey here, and welcome to another 2020 review for a movie that I just recently watched. And before you say anything, unfortunately, there isn't a movie that. This is not a movie that I saw in theaters that's new, unfortunately, even though I wish that were the case. This is a movie that once again I had to see at home, on demand, and through Netflix, and that is the movie Over the Moon. So yeah, Over the Moon is by the same people who brought us Abominable, which is a movie I did review last year, and was on my best films of the year list. It was like near the bottom of the 15 that I thought were good, but this movie, Over the Moon, is a little bit different. This movie tells the story about a young girl who lost her mom right after she told her story about this young immortal goddess who sits on the moon waiting for her true love. And as time went on, after her mom passed away, some members of her family stopped believing in that story, and to prove that she's right, she tries so hard to build a rocket to go up in space, to fly to the moon, and get proof that she is real. But on her journey, she not only does she meet the moon goddess, but she does learn a few lessons along the way. So it's kind of similar to Abominable, because there were some people in that movie who also learned a few lessons, but this one I think told that story a little bit better, because the main, as you can see from the poster, the main phrase is never stop believing, I think is what it said. Or never give up on believing. And I gotta say, this movie was pretty interesting. I mean, if you were to release this in theaters like they did Abominable, I have a feeling more people would see this movie than they did Abominable. But that's just my opinion. Unfortunately, it did get released on Netflix, but that's okay, because at least I got to see it. And I gotta be honest, it's really just something I wanted to try to see, because there's not that many movies left for this year, and even though my job's currently closed, other theater chains like Bowtie and AMC are still open. For me, it will be Bowtie. But there's only like 3 movies left this year now that I want to see in the theaters, and that's The Croods 2, Free Guy, and Wonder Woman 1984, which is still getting released on Christmas. And Soul. Can't forget about that one, even though Soul is going to be released on Disney Plus. So I'm going to be watching that one, but I'm getting off track. I'm supposed to be talking about Over the Moon. So yeah, Over the Moon, I mean, there is only one actor in this movie that I recognize their voice, and when I saw the credits, I knew it was them, and that was Ken Jeong, who has been in many movies that I've seen over the years. I mean, he was in the He was in the third Transformers film back in 2011. He was in the sequel to Goosebumps, called Goosebumps 2: Haunted Halloween. He's been in a few movies. This was the first time I've seen him in an animated movie that was not by a already established movie studio, because the company who made this movie was Pearl Studios. They also made Abominable, but after seeing both films, I thought these movies were pretty good. But I mean, sure, technically it is animated, and most people don't like watching animated movies anymore, but I've been hearing a rumor that a lot of companies that usually make adult content are starting steer into the direction of making animated films. Some even be considered that they might even make rated R, which will be a first in movie history for us, because there has never been an animated movie that I know of, and not specifically based on anime, but animated, like 3D animated or 2D animated. There's been no 3D animated movie that has ever been rated R, except for Sausage Party. That's the only movie I know of, but I never saw that, so I don't know how it went. But yeah, Over the Moon is definitely a movie that if you own Netflix, you should definitely watch this movie because it's pretty hard found. But for now, let me give you the rating of Over the Moon. So, for my rating of Over the Moon, honestly, like I said, it's a very heartfelt film. I'd say it probably deserves a 4 out of 5. Yep, so... yeah, so, and it's a good thing I wore this special shirt again with the words "gone but not forgotten," because that's kind of the message that this movie also presented, but not to this person specifically, but to someone in the story. But anyways, that's all for now in this movie review for 2020, and as always, I will see all you dudes in the next video.